Yo, what's up with y'all, man? I hope you're doing good. If you're new and you're a fan of the NBA, subscribe to this channel. So let's get straight into it.
It's like it's Minute Maid, hijack 4, renegade, 24, number 8, Kobe shit fade away, ballin' since 11th grade, still in school, let them hate.
So all 30 teams in the NBA go through this continuous cycle. They start from the bottom and take as many L's as possible. Make these L's pay off come late June so they can select top tier elite prospects and continue to grow and develop and turn that talent into eventual quality role players, bench players, six mans, and maybe even a star. Throughout all the trials and tribulations faced through the 7 to 8 year period, the end goal is to give yourself the best chance to win an NBA championship. But of course, as we all know, a lot of things get in the way through this vigorous process. Egos get in the way, unfortunate injuries happen. There's so many factors, countless factors that could limit just how good a team could actually be. And it seems like all these issues just fall out of the sky and bash some teams in the head and shatter your favorite team's hopes and dreams of lifting that title of domination over their heads. So all me and you can do as fans is just hope and pray for the best. When it's all said and done, it comes down to timing. Which team can make the right move at the right time? And the team that is the topic for today just may have timed things perfectly. But before we get into this video, I just want to leave a very quick message. I'm not sure if anybody noticed, but I haven't mentioned my clothing brand in a minute, and that's for a good reason too. I just want to let y'all know that something very, very special, one of the most by far requested items, is coming back, and it's coming back pretty soon. The staple of this entire channel ever since it's been born is being re-released on the 19th of this month. More details soon. After back-to-back years of high expectations entering the season and disappointment eventually meeting OKC at its doorstep, the house that they built turned into shambles and they went through major reconstruction. So as I was growing up as a kid, I would always look forward to watching one of my favorite shows called Extreme Makeover Home Edition. And it was based around a crew of people helping struggling families. Now what they would do was go around and see some struggling houses that had some major issues that needed to be fixed. And they took a week to completely reconstruct this house and tear out the basis of it. All the damaged goods had to go. They still didn't, even though some of these goods had near and dear meaning to these families' hearts. You should start to see the comparison that I'm trying to make. So once they completely tricked out and pimped out these houses, these families found themselves in a much better and happier situation. The Oklahoma City Thunder organization is the house that needed some pimping, some tricking, and some reconstruction done to. I don't know about you guys, but to me it was weird and damn near an out-of-body experience to see Russell Westbrook get traded away from the Oklahoma City Thunder. When I think about the Oklahoma City Thunder, I just think about Russell Westbrook. He is Mr. OKC. OKC literally runs through his veins. But again, this house that OKC had was rotting and needed an interior makeover. Now moving PG made it way easier for OKC to move Russ. Throughout all the reconstruction that OKC has gone through this offseason, OKC just might have found themselves in one of the most unique and favorable positions in the NBA. Why? Well, relax, sit down, because I'm about to explain this to you. So all I need you to do is go ahead and grab yourself some water and healthy snack to munch on while this vibe continues. Going into the season with a brand new core of players, many including myself thought that this was a chill year for OKC. A year for them to sit back and reflect on all the L's that they took in the past, and the L's that they were expecting to take as well. But the second part of that sentence hasn't happened yet. They've separated themselves as an actual playoff team in the Western Conference. Going into the year for OKC, the only three things that they were actually looking for, and what was worth thinking about, was the lanky, crafty Canadian with the stupid long last name, Shai the Great Prospect. Secondly, the massive load of picks that they were able to acquire from teams like Houston and the Clippers. And lastly, the assets that they could get back for the current players on their roster. Assets. With all of those assets on their team, OKC could care less about the present that they've been dealt with. The 15 freaking draft picks that they have over the next 7 years is alone super satisfying. There is an unbelievable amount of scenarios and situations that this organization could put themselves in with those picks. They have a hella leeway. These boys out here mentioning teams like the Warriors and how other teams have assets to make a trade for Karl Anthony Towns or Giannis Antetokounmpo, when in reality, screw all the other teams, OKC has the most out of everybody. They literally trump every single offer that any other team has to have. OKC's bag is that deep, it's damn near limitless. And to add on to the avalanche of picks that they have available, they have managed to be an actual decent team. Now in past pieces of content that was previously posted onto this platform, cough cough, why aren't you subscribed to the podcast channel that I host with Rusty Buckets? If you aren't subscribed, change that now. I put it out there that this OKC team isn't all that bad at all, and they would be a playoff team in the Eastern Conference. My two biggest issues with them going into the year was, for one, their morale and also their inconsistency. So the fans of this organization right here do not only have a feel-good situation for the future, but they also have one going on right now as we speak. This group of guys right here are actually having fun together playing as a group. I believe they're having the time of their lives because, for one, there's no stress, no expectations, and no worries. So let's start at the top and talk about why that is. CP3, I mean, it all starts with him. He had to be in one of the most damn that's crazy situations over the last 3 years in league history. So you telling me in the span of 3 years you get hurt in the playoffs, choked in the playoffs, and you get shipped out of Houston to Oklahoma, and once you got shipped to Oklahoma, damn near every single team in the league curved you once you requested a trade.
Shit went bad real quick.
That hurt. Damn, that's crazy. And what I love about CP3 is how he accepted his reality. He knows that he's not the old him. He's not washed, but he knows that he's probably rinsed. CP swallowed that pill, and when he did that, that only improved his game since last year. This is damn near his revenge tour from all the people who called him washed and trash and all this last season. Chris Paul by far has also been one of the best leaders out this season. He deserves so much credit for how he handled the situation. And since he's been proving a lot of his doubters wrong and kept his head straight through all the turmoil, a few teams actually might consider trading for him. OKC's young star who will be a part of their future for the long run, Shea. He's proven this season that with the right opportunity that he can be a key building piece to a team's future. I'm saying he turned himself into a must-have, not up for trade under any circumstances type of piece. It seems like as his opportunity got wider, so did his bag of tricks. He's not your average, regular, degular, schmegular future star point guard. His range isn't crazy, he isn't stupid athletic, nor fast or quick. He's just Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, a lanky point guard with damn near too much finesse and poise at his age. His ability to change gears and accelerate and pump the brakes at that size with that length as a PG, or shooting guard to all the technical weirdos out there, is the reason why he's bound to be one of the top 6 to 7 point guards in the future. That 25 and 3 average that he's been throwing up on a consistent basis so far solidified his spot on this team. What impressed me about his output is that he's sharing the floor with almost at all times 2 ball dominant point guards. And he's been able to carve and damn near weave his way through defenses consistently to get to the basket. Now this 3 guard tandem that OKC has been riding with throughout the season has been the reason why they're still alive. These 3 guards have been having the best season of their lives so far. And what I love about this is that they haven't gotten in each other's way, because they're all 3 of them are the inverse of each other. CP3 likes to pace himself and use his mind and his smarts to his advantage rather than his physical attributes. Dennis Schroeder is the opposite. His quickness and aggression and first step has been annihilating defenses all year long. He's been doing this so much and so often throughout the year that he's actually put himself in the 6th man of the year conversation, and he actually has a strong chance to win it, with averages of 19, 4, and 4 on the best efficiency of his career. What one of these guards lack and other attracts, it's their strength. CP and Dennis are short, and Shea has the versatility that OKC needs. Because of his strength and length, he can slide to the 3 spot in clutch moments and absolutely have no problem with it at all. My biggest takeaway from OKC so far this season is that, for one, Billy Donovan deserves way more credit than he's getting right now. NBA fans, including myself, used to harass this man back in the day about how poor his decision making was. The game plan and decision making that he's been making so far this season with this dynamic trio has been a handful to deal with to these 29 teams. Secondly, this atmosphere is the complete opposite that not only I envisioned, but many other people envisioned as well so far. This season was set to be a dead, dready, dry one for OKC. Players like CP, Danilo Gallinari, and Steven Adams were supposed to drag their feet to the arena every other night to hoop for this cloudy organization. But instead, all those guys are keeping their head up and they're all smiles. And their sense of optimism trickled throughout their entire organization and fan base. Man's got everybody thinking that just maybe their situation isn't all so bad. Their change of perception is the reason why they're better than they were supposed to be. And now they've put themselves in the position to do so many things and take so many routes in the future and do the unthinkable. They could ride this wave with CP3 until the wagon falls off and continue to develop the young talent that they have on their roster and that they will have from the NBA draft years from now. They could package a couple of their picks and trade up in the NBA draft on the My League tip, or maybe even package all their assets for a life-changing player in the league right now. Whatever you want, they have for you. What they have in their hands are all the tools necessary to create one of the greatest rebuilds of all time. This is the end of the video though, man. I really do appreciate you guys for coming over here on my channel and seeing what I have to talk about today. That's extremely dope of you. Now before you head and go on with the rest of your day, night, or morning, or whatever time you're watching this video, I want you to go ahead and leave a like, comment your thoughts down below, and also share this video with at least 3 of your friends. But yeah, man, until then, remember what I said about the special announcements coming out on the 19th. And I want you to make your day great. But until then, I'll get right with you.
No way, remember back when I couldn't get a play, no home, I ain't have a place to stay, I got to work, made the surf, free the way, told my girl who'd ever